Hi, this is Judy Sleed for the Plays the Thing, and this is my new hairdo that was done yesterday by Beatrice. And today I have a very talented playmate, Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Judy. Thank you so much.
A musician, you have that beautiful guitar.
Yes, thank you. I love
And you're
this.
so brave to come on my show.
Well, thank you.
Are you a professional musician?
Yes. I mean, I get paid for playing music, so I guess that.
Oh, so you
makes
play,
me
or you used to play in a
yeah,
band?
I used to play a lot more. I play in a band right now called Born and Raised, which is Chris Klein. He's the songwriter, singer, guitarist, as well as myself and my son Josh on bass.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How many pieces?
And Dave,
How many?
4-piece.
4 people
Dave,
in a...
Dave Horn on drums. And,
you never told me that your son was a musician in your...
He's a very, very good musician.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Yeah. So.
Well, I just met you not too long ago.
Yes.
And as I said before, I like your, the string. I call it the string.
Oh, the strap.
The strap.
My rainbow strap, yes.
Yes, it's very becoming.
Thank you.
And is this a electric guitar,
Yes,
right?
this is a Gibson Les Paul, which is a very well-known guitar.
Yeah.
Yes, designed by Les Paul himself, the guitarist Les Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
And how long do you have this guitar?
I've had this for probably 2 weeks.
Two weeks?
This is the newest.
Oh my
in
gosh,
my
and you
collection.
are
Well, it's
christening it in my show.
Yes, I am. Yes,
Wow.
Because I'm told it's very, very beautiful. The color,
Yeah.
it's a honey burst.
And what did you have before this?
I play mostly Stratocasters, Fender Stratocasters.
Was the guitar before this also electric or just a regular?
Electric.
But you learned to play it on a regular?
I learned on both electric and acoustic.
Really?
Yes.
You took lessons?
No, I'm self-taught.
You must be very
I
talented.
listened
Yeah.
when we used to, in the days where we just had record albums, and you
Yeah.
put the needle on the album, and I used to
Yeah.
just put it back and listen to 3 or 4 notes and try to learn them, and that's how I would learn the guitar
Isn't that
solos.
something?
So,
Okay, now I'm going to ask the usual question. Where are you from?
I am, believe it or not, originally born and raised in Southampton.
Wow.
Yes.
Usually my guests are imported. You're not an import, you're a native.
I'm a native Southamptonite.
Yeah, you were born and raised.
Lived in East Hampton for quite a few years, and back in Southampton.
And you
for the
said the
last 5
house you
years.
live in, you were born in that
Yes,
house. You were,
my parents.
That's very
My
unusual.
parents' house. For the last 2 years of my dad's life, I stayed at home and took care of him.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah. So and he passed in April of last year. So it's just me and his cat Dougie now.
So I want to tell everybody that you have a affliction, is it called? Affliction?
Yeah, I guess you could
Is
call
that
it
a good word?
Yeah. A little disability. Yeah, I have
A disability, yes.
I'm blind. I was born with retinitis pigmentosa, which is a retinal disease that basically over a period of time it takes all the vision. But it started with peripheral. My peripheral started going, and then colors, all the colors, and it just eventually brought me to where I'm at now, which is what's known as, they call it light perception, where I can see really, really bright lights, and I can tell when it's, daytime or evening. For the most part, depending on the day and how bright, whether it's a sunny day or a gloomy day. So, but yeah, so I was born with it. It stopped when I was 5 years old and left me like completely night blind. And then it started up again when I was 27. And I lost it probably by the time I was 30. So, but you know, I'm accepting it, and music really helps. The other senses do get stronger, that's for sure. So it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm dealing.
So as far as the music, you write your own music?
I'm not the biggest songwriter. My brother Michael, he's a prolific songwriter. He's got, you know, probably hundreds of songs, whereas I've completed maybe 2, and then I have lots of little unfinished ideas. So, but yeah. But today, what I'm going to do is just do a little improvisation.
Yeah, I heard you play. It's very nice.
Thank you.
So let's share it with our viewers.
Okay, all righty. So, yeah, and I'm going to use a couple of different effects pedals. Going to try to, with the digital delay, you can get this effect where it's kind of like it just repeats a chord over and over, and then you play over that. So, with any luck, we're going to try this and see how she works. Thank you.
Very, very nice and very interesting.
It's just improvisation over
Yeah.
a D chord.
Oh.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be able to ever do that again the same way. I wouldn't.
Well, it sounded like if you were like in one of those disco clubs and this was like a background music.
With the,
Yeah.
I know, with the delay. Kind of sounds like a car alarm. But it gives a foundation to play over something. I actually had ordered on Monday a pedal that's called a looper, where you can play and it records and then repeats. You just step on it and it will play just what you recorded, and then you can play over it. But it was supposed to come in the mail yesterday, and it didn't. So anyway, it's probably
but you
waiting
do a
about
lot
it.
of things. You are using your two hands and your 2 feet. I
Yes.
was watching it.
Yes, yeah.
A lot of coordination.
I've been working on it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to have nice socks on.
Yes, you do.
People are watching
it's
you.
easier to feel the pedals, and you want to make sure you have clean socks.
Yeah.
First off, that's important.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So do you ever play for people?
Yes, I play. Not as much as I used to. After I stopped landscaping when I was 29, that's when I started just doing music all the time, and I was playing in, between 3 and 5 bands at any given time. So I was playing, for three to 5 nights a week, and that was great. That was great. Lately, last year I actually had to have surgery on my right hand for carpal tunnel. Oh. And it worked. Thank the Lord for that.
Oh, you have to tell Jeff about that.
Yeah. It worked. I still have a little bit of trouble, but it's much better than it was. So, but I couldn't play for a while. And, I don't know. I kind of want to pick and choose a little more of what I do. I'm really, like I was talking about, born and raised. I really enjoy the music and the members of the band,
And
so-
you said your father was a musician?
Actually, my grandfather could play every instrument, and my mom and my aunt they were known as the Moylan sisters. They were the youngest singing duo back in the late 30s, mid to late 30s, early 40s, and sang every Sunday night on CBS radio, and it would be sent overseas for the
The
troops.
Moylan sisters.
Moylan sisters, yep.
Oh, you have pictures of them?
Peggy, Joan, and Marianne, yes.
Oh,
Yes, if you look them up on Google or whatever,
Yeah.
they're on YouTube, and so that's where the music came from. But yeah, supposedly my grandfather was just an amazing talent, amazing ear,
and it trickled down to you. It skipped over your father.
yeah. Well, it did not my mom though. It really came from my mom's side. It was my mother's father, my grandfather. Yeah, Daddy Joe.
And what about your mom? Did she?
She sang, yeah, with. She was one half of the Moylan sisters.
Oh yeah, your mom. You
She
said
sang the lower parts, and my aunt Marianne sang the higher parts. Beautiful, beautiful voices together. They were amazing.
So they actually made their living out of it.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Until they stopped basically the war, World War II, put them out of business because their sponsor, Thrivo Dog Food, had to use the tin for the war effort. So they kind of dropped them. And my mom, she was never really, really into it, the traveling back and forth to the city. And so, but yeah, they're,
Did she
lots of
sang at
people.
home?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. No, she used to, sing, putting us to bed. We'd sing Help and work out the harmonies and everything.
Oh.
Good memory. Definitely a good memory.
Oh, so that's a very good background.
Yeah. And, my brother Michael plays bass. as well. He's an excellent musician and a great writer, like I was saying. So,
Yeah.
no, there was always music around.
So all the people in the band, are they around here in the Hamptons?
Yes, Dave, the drummer, right now, he's upstate, but he'll be back. And yes,
Upstate?
They're all local.
What do you mean he'll be back?
He's living upstate right now.
Oh, where?
Oh gosh, where is he? Poughkeepsie, maybe?
Oh,
Maybe, I'm not sure. I think it's Poughkeepsie.
yeah. Is that where our friend was in Poughkeepsie? Did
Yes.
she go visit him?
No.
No. Yeah, I know that area.
Do you?
My daughter lives in Woodstock. That's not too far
okay.
from there.
Yeah, I haven't been up there. I'd like to sometime.
And then my other daughter lived in Kingston, and I lived in Kingston for a couple of years.
Okay.
So I know that
So you know
the
that
Catskill area,
Right,
Ulster County.
Right.
Yes,
I know it's beautiful up there.
it is.
And the tree peepers who like looking at the fall foliage love it up there.
It is beautiful there. Yes. So, and your son lives around here?
Yes, he lives in East Hampton. He's plays in a couple of different bands out here. He's keeps himself busy. He goes to college, studying classical guitar. He's very, very talented. We'll have to get him on your show sometime.
Yes. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
it. Yeah. And you write, did you say that you write your own music sometimes?
I'm not a big, I have a lot of unfinished little
yeah.
ideas, that need
Do
to be.
you also write
need to be
music?
finished.
You know
No,
how to?
I never learned how to read or read
Or
the
read
notes.
or write?
I
No.
play completely by ear
Oh,
and feel, And some days it's good, and other days,
yeah.
depending on the.
So you have to have when you write something, you have to have a recorder.
Right,
put
right.
it on.
Or memorize,
Yeah.
a lot of memorization, But that's why I like improvisation, because it's, it's just coming from your heart.
Yeah, just wing it.
Yeah, yeah. And when it works, especially with a band of, like-minded players with strong ears, and it can be just wonderful. It really can be.
So the
such a
others,
joy.
they just follow you,
They're
whatever
very
you
good.
do?
We learn the songs, the original songs anyway, which Chris writes, and he lets us just do our thing, really.
But when you do it together, then you said, because you like to do improvisation, so how do they follow you? They just...
we just kind of feel it. We really do. 'Cause that's the only way
you
I
are
can
used to each
put it.
other.
Yes, we are, and we all like that type of music where there's a lot of improvisation and jamming going on, and so we just kind of listen to each other, and maybe somebody will play a certain line, and I'll catch it, and throw it back to them, and we have interplay, and it can be it's very. When it's working and everybody's all
Sounds like
in
fun.
tune to each other, it's a wonderful, wonderful.
Does anyone
experience.
sing?
Yes, Chris sings.
So,
I'm
and does
working
he,
on a little
when
bit
you do this
back
thing,
up.
does he make up his own words?
Yeah, he writes. He
makes
writes the songs.
Yeah.
He writes the songs that make the young girls sing. Yes.
Oh.
That's an old lyric from
Yes.
whoever. Barry
I write
Manilow.
the song that
Back then.
all girls sing.
Barry
Da-da-da.
Manilow,
Yes.
yeah. So.
See, I never knew that about you. Of course, I know you for a very short time, but
Right.
so then you don't know that I write songs.
No, I didn't know that.
So I'm going to have to show it to you, and then you're going to have to play it.
We will form a partnership and
Yeah.
make millions.
Yes.
We'll be the new hot singer-songwriter team of the Hamptons.
Yes, I like
they're
that.
in need of a new team.
I
so.
like the way you described it.
Oh boy, tongue in cheek right there. I say.
Yes, that's great. I dabble a little bit in the piano.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Did you like to write poetry, or you?
I like to. No, not so much. A little poetry and
More
then
lyrics.
and I write songs, the lyrics, and the music.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I had written the whole play,
Oh wow.
a musical play.
Oh, you have to. I have to hear that.
Oh, I'd
Definitely.
love to show it to you.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
And well, it all depends on what kind of music you like. Mine is like contemporary music. It's not rock and roll. But I did write one country song.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
It's very country is very popular these days.
Yeah, it's
for
great. Well, so we have a nice future together.
Yes. Making music.
Yeah.
But music is just so universal. It really is.
Yeah,
I think
it is.
the universal language, and brings you back to certain places. It's amazing. You hear a song that'll remind you of your childhood or of just a special moments, that you've had, and you can hear that song, you can experience that feeling, again and again and again. And I don't really know of anything else that really does that,
My grandson is a musician.
Is he? Mm-hmm.
He's just turned 20.
What does he play?
He plays the
Oh,
ukulele.
yes. Jeff, I've heard.
Jeff's son.
He played me some of his music. He has a wonderful voice.
Yeah, you like it?
Yes, and his songs are terrific. Got to get him up here.
Yeah.
Get him up here and on the show.
Well, actually, he was in this very studio when he was about 14.
Oh, was he?
Yes. You could see him on YouTube. Yeah, I announced to everybody that you can see my shows on YouTube. I have about 400 of my shows.
Oh, neat.
No, did I say four? About 200.
200, that's great.
Of my shows on YouTube.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So we're not going to have time for another song.
I only had
Would
the
you
one idea.
believe it? You were like so nervous because of the
know.
bright lights. Of the bright lights.
I was nervous because it was something new.
Yeah,
never
but
done,
you were good, just as good as
thank-
you were in my living room.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you want to be a star. You have to go in front of people
Yeah.
and show what you have.
Yeah. And I'm just sometimes like actually being, visually impaired is almost a blessing in disguise if you're a nervous person, because you can't see the people looking at you.
And
I
people-
can feel it, but it's better
Yeah.
to feel it than to see it.
Well,
sometimes.
people can't even tell that you can't
Yeah,
see.
no, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fool a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, it was very fun. Thank you so much, Judy,
Yes.
for having me.
Well, did you buy
And
this?
we have to thank Dawn for hooking us up. Our
Yes.
friend Dawn, who got us together. Thank you, Dawn.
And I want to thank Andy Sabin to sponsoring this show, and Daniel to helping us
Yes.
hook up. And well, I want to thank you for coming and
Thank you.
sharing your talent. And did you buy this guitar just because you knew you were going to come on this show?
No, but when I knew I was going to come on the show, I said to myself, Brian, you are going to play the new Les Paul.
Oh,
Yeah. So
yes.
here it is. It's
Yeah.
it's television debut
Uh-huh.
today, as far as I know. I don't know, maybe the
So
person.
you want to play a few chords to take us
take
out?
us out? Okay, I'll
Yeah.
play a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
It is. I didn't notice. Do you play with a pick or with your fingers?
I use both. A lot of times my fingers, and then I'll switch to the pick and then put it back in here and use my fingers. So you get different sounds that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Minor, it's pretty minor, but I can hear it.